Alright, welcome back to another episode in the shed, in the garage. We are putting in this 1000-watt inverter. We're also going to be putting in a remote display control panel, which is going to tell us basically how much the inverter pulls. Now this is a 1000-watt inverter. You can get 2000, 3000. It's pretty small for what I want to do. We've got the control panel, okay? Got a couple of stickers as well. This was on a Boxing Day sale, so it wasn't that expensive. All fused, all ready to go. This is absolutely huge. So this is going to protect pretty much everything, which is good. You also might need to install a like an isolator relay switch or something like that. But I do have some on the way, but they're just not here and I can't bother waiting. So let's get this out. It does also come with some pretty shitty version cables. If you want to use these, you can if you want, but I'll be using those probably. Here we've got the inverter here. We've got a USB 2.1, which isn't 3, which I think my one up here is 3, so 3 amps. Anyway, power remote, which is going to be for this right here. So that's going to be pretty easy to install. Pretty sure this is a ground. Yeah, that's a ground. And then these two are your ground and negatives, okay? So they go straight onto the battery. These two here. And we're going to be using this wiring for that. And then remote on, bang. Now let's have a look at the remote because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty large wire. I think it's like 3 meters. So I reckon with this, we've got the inverter here, pretty nice. We got this here, pretty nice. I ignored this inline fuse. There's another fuse up there, but I didn't have a maxi fuse. I have to go to Repco, so this is basically just straight. But there is a MIDI fuse around here, okay? So I haven't just jumped the fuse. You should never do that. But I didn't have enough wiring of that gauge. So that's what I did, all right? Don't blame me. Anyway, so 1000 watt and then boom, boom. So obviously I want this to go like around there, okay? Now I probably just want so if I put that around there, I probably would want this to go around here in the middle. So I'm gonna have to cut some room out of that board, stick that in, boom, boom. I think that's the plan of attack. I don't know how easy this, I know it's pretty easy, but it's kind of not easy to get all this shit out. These are pretty long. Look at that, fuck me, bro. All right, let's get a paint marker and we'll mark it because I want this to go right here. I have to cut a square out of this board. All right, so I've been hard at work here, fitting this inverter now. I'm not super happy, but it's gone sort of to plan, I guess. So first of all, I moved everything up, okay? This backboard is not perfect, all right? I know that. You don't have to tell me in the comment section. I'm not an auto electrician. I'm a mechanic. So electricity is kind of, but it's not that bad. Like the wiring isn't that bad. I did fuck off that fuse. I found some proper gauge wiring. So that's fixed now. There's no dodgy inline fucking fuses, which aren't even fused. That's crazy. So now all we have to do is connect this remote wire to the inverter and I'll clean all this shit up. But so plug this in like this. Okay, we can power this on. That's powered on, okay? So now this inverter is working. You can see up there the screen. So I think it kind of tells you an estimate of the battery percentage as well, which is pretty cool. And I know that my battery is like 13.4, 13.2 volts. It's a lithium 100 amp hour. I do have a Victron smart shunt, which will be coming, which will be able to enable me to look at the battery health on my phone, which will be a really good feature. For now though, I think this will do. These are my switches, which I found. We've got a USB 3.0 and a USB Type C there. This tells me my voltage and also the temperature with this little probe here. These are both hooked up. Actually, no, just one of these is hooked up. So eventually when I get a travel oven, I can just chuck that in there. 12 volt Anderson, done. And you got more USBs here. So basically this is kind of like my power station for my camera equipment. These aren't wired up yet. Eventually I want to put like a water pump, 12 volt water pump there. Maybe, I don't know, some exterior camp lights, even though I don't need them, but yeah, whatever. And then all of that stuff is fused through this fuse panel. So this was kind of a bit of a task to do, but it looks kind of clean. I kind of don't mind it. And what's good about this actually, it tells you if one's blown. So when I first was wiring this, obviously I blew a fuse and it went red, which was pretty cool. Then obviously we've got the KickAss here. So that just tells me the state of the battery and what that would be pulling out if I plug something in here, which is obviously 240 volts, 1000W inverter. It's not huge, but it's basically just for like a laptop or something like that, pretty mediocre stuff. Then you've got obviously the inverter itself here, and the King's 25 amp DC-DC charger, which obviously does a lithium. I've always had that in my setup. Hasn't gone wrong yet. It does flash, obviously. If they're quick flashes, that means it's in a charging state, right? Or something. But if it's like a long doo, then that means it's like a float state, pretty much. So that's kind of how I know if my battery is good or not. But the 100 amp hour lithium I've had for years now, and it's been absolutely fine. So I think I'm gonna clean up this area because obviously this is not looking great. These drawers are being fucked off, and I'm gonna be putting in 700mm King's drawers, the new modular one, side by side here. So that should fit straight underneath here. I measured it from there to about down to the floor is about 300 mils, which is how tall they are. And 700 mils is about to where this prong is. So I'm hoping it's a tight fit. It will clean it up a little bit more, give me some more drawer space. And then I might put a slimline modular 700 mil here. And then that's gonna give me a whole lot more room to work with. But for now, the 12 volt is good. I'm pretty happy with it. Can't complain. I do have solar as well. I've got a solar panel on the roof. Don't know if I showed you that in a previous video. Yeah, this is all wired up now. Obviously it comes through this conduit and comes into here. This is my solar, and that's straight from the battery. And that's all, yeah. It's all a little bit ghetto, but it is what it is. So that's that. I'll continue this video when we go to King's and get these drawers, because I kind of want to do it today. Or I might also try and pick up a new camping stove. Or let me know in the comments if you've got any good suggestions for a camping, like a 2 gas burner, because I want gas bottle. I don't really want to have to keep using these little cylinder bottles anymore. So I also need some new cooking equipment, like a pot, a pan, etc. So, all right, so just got back from Supercenter. Now, not a huge fan of King's stuff, right? I'll put my hands up. I should be buying better stuff, but the drawers that they just came out with look nice, all right? I'm gonna be testing them out. So I think it was like $220 or something for 2 drawers. So like $100 a piece, really. So yeah, this drawer, there's another one behind it. Bang, bang. That's gonna give me drawer space. That's gonna give me heaps of room. And hopefully, I was gonna buy the slide out pantry to go on the other side, but I think I'm gonna pick that up secondhand, because there's a lot of people selling them in the east side. So if I ever take a trip over to the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, I'll go pick up a pantry. But yeah, let's get these out. And I have to get out my other drawers. And there's going to be a bit of reorganizing. Probably have to push the battery back as well. But we'll see. We'll see first how this all goes. Let's fuck off this shit attempt at a drawer setup, because when I built this, I'm not a chippy, you know. My stepbrother's a chippy, but old mate didn't want to help me. So, nah, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. I ain't got Scooby-Doo. I need to stop swearing in my videos. You know, YouTube have rejected my application for monetization 5 times. I can reapply in February, but what, like, they don't tell me what's wrong. They just say, denied. And I tried ringing them up. I said, hey, can you tell me like what I'm doing wrong with my channel? Do you think my channel's AI? Do you think I'm not real? What, am I racist? Do I swear too much? Like, you know, I get like, these videos are not towards kids, right? Otherwise they would be on the kids' YouTube page. I specifically put over 18 on my videos. But they're still like, nah, it's not good enough, mate. I'm like, what do you want from me? This is kind of the vibe we're going for. Now I have to push my battery, which is down there, back like 10 mil or something, so that it goes just behind this. And then I might have to figure out, because this looks all right, okay? The height is fine, but it just, so I need to be able to, yeah. I feel like when I push it back, it's going to be a little bit better. Battery back further, then we can reassess, because this does look clean though. This looks way better than this fucking shitbox. These are quality though. These are decent. These aren't bad. These are the new ones from King's. So this setup's looking a lot better already. More space. Pantry on the other side. Put all my shit in here. Put some kitchen stuff, pots and pans. I bought some pans as well. Ah, that time I put it on the wrong way. You got this bit, which goes in there, but that should be that way, I think. I want to go camping, but I don't think I have that fucking energy working on this all day. Right, so that goes in. This one's a little bit rattly, so it's not bad. All right, so this is what we got, okay? Now the main issue that I had was it's 300 tall, 700 long, and 500 from here to here, okay? Now from this space to this space is 1,000, but I didn't cater in that these struts would be a pain, so I've had to grind away that much space. That's not ideal at all, to be honest, but that's the only way I could do it so that it actually fits all right and doesn't hit. This side still hits a little bit. I don't think there's anything else I can do really there. I don't want to go any more than what I have there because it'll damage the integrity of the struts. It's not like it's holding a fucking, you know, skyscraper, but you don't want to destroy the struts anymore. I could relocate the struts to a little bit higher, but then that's a whole lot of more effort. So that's kind of where we're at, and show you once I've cleaned everything out and sort of my ideas for what I want to put in here and stuff. You can buy dividers, which is what I might do, but they were trying to charge like 30 bucks per divider. I'm like, it's a piece of metal. What the fuck? But yeah, heaps of space here. Heaps of space in here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this so far. All right, so this is probably going to be the last bit of this video. You can see I've cleaned up everything in here. Just got like all tools, emergency kits, straps. There's a lot of space. So in this one, I'm probably going to put some. In this one, I'm going to put some kitchen items. Which let me show you what I got. So I need a new iron set because iron as in like steel, like iron. Because I didn't have anything to cook on. You remember when I went forward driving that one time, I didn't have anything to fucking cook on. So this and this was 70 bucks, which is a pretty good deal, I think. All cast iron. So we're gonna be unboxing that, putting it in. So we actually did quite a lot in this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment. Let me know what gas burner to buy, because I want to buy a 2 gas burner. Let me know which one you got in the comment section down below. And if you're new to the channel, we are nearly at 2,000 subscribers, and I will be doing some new merch when that happens. So this was the main one, and this is a hot pot pretty much. So you can use that side, or well, I think you just use this side. But yeah, that's exactly what I need, because the current gas one that I had didn't even have that. It was like a shitty iron and it warped. The next thing we got is a little, this one's probably gonna get used the most, to be fair. Standard pot pan, whatever you want to fucking call it. No idea. Let me know in the comment section, what is this? Because I've got no idea, mate. Maybe you hang that above the fire or something? I don't know. This will be good for like, I don't know, scrambled eggs? I don't know, bro. I need to go out camping, man. I'm so keen to go. Hang above the fire, I guess. If I didn't get the kettle, it would have been 100 bucks. Make that make sense. Let's have a look. Maybe this kettle will be the new kettle that we use. Who knows? Pretty fucking piss poor kettle. Hit on that anymore, which is real nice. I like that. Yeah. Cool. So just a final little overlook. This is exactly what we did today. We installed the inverter. So hold that on. You have to hold it for a couple seconds. And you got this. It tells you exactly here the load. So before, when I plugged in an iPhone charger just to test it, it literally drew like 1 volt. So that's that. That's really good. It does show the battery, like it's flashing, but here's the battery monitor. I don't know how accurate that is. It just says 100%. Probably it's not 100%, but anyway. We moved the battery back. We installed these King's drawers, lovely. We reorganized this side, so that's all like tools and stuff. Which these 2 drawers here are going to give me the freedom to remove my trundle drawer. If you would have seen in one of my videos, I did set up the trundle as a kitchen space, but now I've reverted back to the kitchen being on the other side because I feel like it's way better. So that's there. In here we have just some pots, pans, larger kind of stuff, and then I'm probably going to put a slimline which will bring it up to here, and that'll give me even more storage. It'll be the exact same thing as this, just half the size. On this side I can't put one this side because obviously there's no room there. And then we just have to wait for the Victron Smart Shunt to come, and we'll put that in, and I think we're pretty much good to go. If you've got any suggestions for where I should go and camp, preferably just like over the weekend, let me know in the comment section down below. That's going to be it. We still have to put the pantry in, so I'm going to find that on Marketplace, but pretty sure that's it for Canopy wise for now. I'm pretty happy. I want to put a water pump in it as well eventually, but that's a future modification. Anyway, I know this has been a long video. I appreciate it if you stuck all the way through. Make sure you hit a like button. If you want to check out any other content, it'll be on screen now, like my MP300 series. But anyway, yeah, peace.